time to round off the Core 6 Seekers with my first two TFNation 2017 purchases, Henkei Skywarp and Generations Thundercracker. Classic Skywarp was actually available at the convention, though I bought the Henkei version just to cover a Japanese release of this mold. He's still primarily black and silver, with the amber cockpit. However, instead of magenta, we have a more cartoon and G1 toy accurate lavender. Likewise, you have double stripes across the wings, just like in the show, instead of the G1 toy's quintuple stripes. Though much to my surprise, the back/underside of the wings have markings. Part of the launchers are chromed. It's a recurring aesthetic in the line, and while it usually results in a knockoff look, here, minor as it is, it's not too bad. Speaking of knockoffs, despite buying this loose, I know it's not the KO version. Based on Optibotimus's review, the knockoff lacks those etches on the sides of the kneecaps. Any other differences, please post in the comments. That said, this might as well be a knockoff since the cockpit isn't properly fixed on, the right wing doesn't sit flush, his left fist and hip are loose, and the paintwork is pretty sloppy, such as on the optics. I know it's a used copy and all, but the overall quality control feels poor even for that. Hell, back in 2008, there were numerous QC reports on both him and Henkei Thundercracker. Links are in the description. Shame, since the Skywarp palette is my favourite Seeker colour scheme, bar none. And spoilers, this won't be the last Skywarp covered in this haul. By contrast, my copy of Generations Thundercracker, to think they mass release him after BotCon, is pretty solid, despite being, the 100th use of the mold at that point? The darker metal flake blue leans towards the Gen 1 toy. You also have the red and white wing stripes, albeit in a different style, red, white and black tail fins, and once again, an amber cockpit. In robot mode, most of the old toy's decals are replaced with silver paint, with some extra red mid-torso to help him stand out further from the BotCon and Henkei releases. It all looks pretty snazzy, and of these three Thundercrackers, I'd say the Generations version wins. But there's no reason to get it if you already own one of the other two. All in all, they're both great looking versions of an admittedly dated mold. With the power of the Prime Starscream heading our way, expect certain repaints down the line, and if that happens, I know which one I'll be getting.